Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reviewing Fallout Season 2. Coming off the hype train of Season 1, which I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I can't remember if we reviewed it or not, but I thought Season 1 was very good. I was very skeptical when I saw the ending, that we were going to go to Vegas. That was a little worrying to me, because that's kind of when you touch in on the games and the lore and everything. And I will say that did kind of play a factor a little bit coming into this season. If you don't know what Fallout season series is about, well, then you won't know. There's no point in you watching the season 2 review then. But essentially what happens is they are now moving over from the continuation from the story. They're going over to Vegas now. That is the main theme, or the main location of the season. So the season essentially had a few little storylines that you were following. You were kind of following the Brotherhood of Steel, for one. Then you were following Lucy's brother, forget his name. Then you were following Lucy and the Ghoul, and you were following, who else are you following? The brother, the Ghoul, Lucy, the Brotherhood of Steel, and then the Vault Dwellers. Yeah, that's what I was forgetting. The little Vault Dweller story that was kind of going on. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, the first half of the show, the Ghoul and Lucy's journey that you were following was, in my opinion, what was carrying the show. That I really still enjoyed. With the brothers story, I didn't really know what the idea or what the plan that we're going for. I still, at the end of the show, don't really know what they're going with him. And maybe I've missed it. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below if you guys clocked it. I still don't know what they're trying to do with him. I thought I knew what direction they were gonna kind of go with him, but then because of what happens at the end, I still don't know what the end goal is. And then with the Brotherhood of Steel, when you're following with Maximus there, that is probably their weakest part of their storyline, just because it breaks so many of the game's lore on what Brotherhood does. And Maximum is just he's too OP, in my opinion. They make him very OP. One of the things from the games is the Brotherhood don't kill each other. It's a thing that they don't do. Maximus kills so many Brotherhood of Steel people. It's crazy. And yeah, if you follow the journey, I'm going to get into spoilers because I am late on this review. I think it's been out, the season 2 has been out for a couple of days now. I think even a week maybe, by the time this review comes out. So I'm going to talk about spoilers. He kills so many, and I know because of kind of what happens, he does get break away from them. So you go, oh well, who cares? He literally destroys that whole faction of Brotherhood Steel and causes so much chaos there for fucking no reason. I don't understand the reason. The way they do the Brotherhood of Steel in this season 2 infuriates me. In season 1, I didn't really like it as much too, because it also has its issues, but it's still the overall season. It didn't really affect the season. But getting into a little bit more what happens in the end, when he gets this power armor when he's trying to find Lucy and he's battling the Deathclaws. That's what I mean about him being a little too OP. He was so easily killing Deathclaws. So easily. And if you watch it, yes, he does eventually, the suit does break and then he's on his own. But then the NCR show up and save his ass before anything can even happen. So it's I don't know. I just don't like that journey they've gone. Nothing against the actor. I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's probably just going off what the hell they've given him, and it's not very good. So you got those two storylines. Like I said, I'll get into the Lucy and the Ghoul one last, and then you got the Vault Dwellers. The Vault Dwellers is also a very, very frustrating watch. I don't know what to say. Maybe frustrating is not the right word. It's just kind of it's so boring. It's like the girl that's in charge, which you actually find out towards the end of the season. I'm saying spoilers. I already said it. You find out at the end of the season that is actually Lucy's mother. Um, she is basically, through watching the show, you find out she's actually Canadian and she's infiltrated America, and she kind of, the way she met Lucy's dad is through just kind of putting herself in the right place to try and get access to a vault, to get into a vault. Um, they don't really explain how the Canadians figured out that the world is coming to an end, but apparently Canada is very on point. They know what's going on. They know what the Americans are doing, and it's her mission to kind of like get in there, get into Vault-Tec's elites, and get into this vault and kind of take over. Uh, I might be butchering it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of what they were going for. So essentially, she has this one guy that she has the kid with, and it's not her baby, but she's making him like, she's trying to marry him, and he's supposed to be like the dad. And there's just weird things that keep popping up, like people that disagree with her keep going missing, and this guy's like, aren't you guys finding it a little weird? And they're like, no, he probably just wandered off a little bit. You're getting cold feet. And then, yeah, speaking of the cold feet thing, it's like this one guy kind of gets like a little hint that something weird's going on with her, and then next minute, I think his name's Woody. The next morning he's missing. He's just gone. And then the like husband to be finds his glasses in like the waste drainer. In America, you guys got that fucking thing in your zincs, that disposable waste thing, grinds it. That we don't have that over here. And he puts two and two, and he does a little bit more digging, and then he finds her ID, and she's Canadian. And the reason I say it's so over the top is they're getting married, and he's kind of going with it, and then he goes, fuck this, I've had enough, there's fucking something going on here, she's not who she says she is. They go, man, you just got cold feet, relax, brother, just go through with it, you're just getting cold feet. And he goes, no, I'm fine, no, she's fucking crazy, something's going on here, and I know it, and you know how I can prove it? She's Canadian! He shows the license, and they all go, oh my god! She's not even American! And they all lose their shit, and then she locks us up in the office that she has. And then she fucking... It turns out her and the dad actually work for the Enclave, which you only really get like little sprinkles of throughout the season. And she kind of like directly messages them saying like, hey, we gotta go to phase 2 here, in trouble here. So that whole point, I don't know, that even through the entire series, it's just so weak. It's such a weak storyline. I'm hoping that it does all tie up in season 3, because it does look like we are going to get a season 3. But I don't know, it just iffy. And then we go with the Ghoul and Lucy. Just to wrap this review up, their journey is probably the strongest throughout season 1 to season 2, but it does kind of dip a little bit, especially when they split. There's this one point where they get the Legion. This is very like frustrating part for me. Legion's supposed to be such a dominant and like feared organization. Well, I don't know if organization is the right crew or whatever you want to call them, or army. They capture Lucy. The Ghoul comes to get her. I can't remember what they do. Oh, he knows where there's a little hideout of NCR. So he says, okay, I'll tell you where they are, but you got to give me Lucy. And they agree to it. And that little, I think it's like 2 fucking people. They are on the mountains. So when the Ghoul gets there, he realizes the Legion camp is split into 2. Why is it split into 2? So they go, oh, well, Kaiser died, and also, what was it, Caesar? I think it's Kaiser died. So we have 2 people that stepped up as leaders. We can't agree, so we're kind of at a bit of a war until we decide on who's a leader. And the Ghoul's kind of like, I don't fucking care what's going on here. Just give me Lucy, I'll tell you what the NCR people are. Turns out he told the NCR people that where they are. The NCR people throw, I think, one fucking grenade in the middle, blows it up, and the Legion just go fucking shambles and war at each other, and they start killing each other. Fucking, that's so stupid, but yeah, that's what happens with that, and you get that very little brief little moment with the Legion. Just wanted to mention that on their journey, and then they kind of go split. They split a little bit. Lucy gets pissed off with the Ghoul because he betrays her. He gives he basically tries to trade her for his wife and kids. So he gives her back to the dad who's escaped the vault, and now he's at like a vault tech in lab in Vegas. And Lucy, before the Ghoul can even like cash in on that reward, Lucy kind of like the drug that he gives her, she kind of like snaps out a little bit, and she hits him with a power fist. And he goes flying through the fucking window. He gets fucking impaled with a pike. And this is kind of where the Enclave comes in a little bit. Someone saves him from gets him off the pike, and then you kind of realize it's a mutant. We haven't seen a mutant yet. And this mutant works for the Enclave, and he says, "Hey, we got some big shit coming up. We need you to help us. I patched you up. We're gonna need you to help us." And he kind of just goes, "Fuck you guys, I ain't helping no fucking Enclave." And he goes, "Oh, okay, if you're not helping me, I can't really let you know where we are." Boop! Knocks him out, and then when he wakes up, Maximus is there with the dog, and that's how the whole crew gets reunited, and they march on their way to Vegas. And yeah, essentially that's kind of where the whole thing implodes. I don't want to go like too much spoilers. I'm going to go spoilers, but I don't want to go too much. Go crazy. That's essentially kind of the storylines. I probably missed little gaps there and there. But I'm going to say with Season 2, I'm not as hyped as what I was with Season 1. I think it's definitely a step down. And the way... the mention with the Ghoul. So it turns out he's going on his own journey too, as we can see at the end of Season 2. He realizes his family is not in Vegas, they're somewhere else. Well, he thinks they're somewhere else. So now he's on his own solo journey to find them. Lucy and Maximus reunited, and they're kind of like in Vegas, like, oh shit, Legion's coming to attack us. What to do now? And obviously the Enclave now kind of get into the picture here, and they kind of know all this information. But overall, yeah, Season 2, pretty weak in my opinion. It's definitely a step down from Season 1. Like I said, I can't remember if I reviewed Season 1, so I don't even know what I gave it if I did review it. But if I had to review it, I think I would have given that like an 8 out of 10. I think it was a really solid Season 1. Season 2, what would I give Season 2? I think I'd give it maybe a 5.5. Like, I think there is some good moments, there's some strong things, but like the lore being so incorrect, and just, I don't know, there's just some storylines are just like, I don't really get it. It's like they build things up and then they immediately tear it down. I don't know. I'm praying that Season 3 is a lot better. I don't think it is going to be, because even the Brotherhood is now, again, this little thing I've seen at the end, the Brotherhood is now going to go full on War 2, in War Mode 2, Brotherhood of Steel. So I don't know what they're going to do with Season 3, because like I said, the storyline is just completely fucked. I'm actually going to downgrade it. I'll give it a 5.5. I'll keep it 5.5. I think 5.5 is fair, and I think that's a very generous score. I've seen a lot of people giving it another 8 out of 10. Some Rotten ones at a 93 out of 100. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, anyway, we're going to call it there for that review on the Fallout Season 2. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. But yeah, hopefully Season 3 will be a lot better. But anyway, peace.